My name is Ann Drake, and I am CEO at DSC Logistics. My company is in third-party logistics and supply chain management. We help large companies in consumer products and healthcare and other industries plan and design their supply chains in the U.S., and then we execute against those plans. My father founded our company in 1960. He was 40 at the time, and I didn't join the company until I was 42. Probably my best example of what our company does is Kellogg. Kellogg has been a long-standing customer for many years, and at, let's say, Battle Creek, Michigan, they manufacture cornflakes, and then they put those cornflakes on a rail boxcar and they ship them to us. And to us could be in several different locations in the U.S. And then we take those in to large warehouses. We work with them on special packaging projects, and we work with them on metrics and taking care of their customer orders. And then later on, we actually ship those orders to the end user. Every day is a very different day when you're in supply chain management or in probably most leadership positions. You never know what the next phone call is going to bring. It could be an opportunity from a customer. It could be some small crisis over an attempted union campaign somewhere. It could be a customer you haven't heard from in years saying, I've got a new opportunity for you. So if you want variety in your life and not predictability and excitement and change and learning and growth, supply chain management is for you. I had two careers before this one. My real passion has always been people. And as a young undergraduate trying to decide what to major in, I picked teaching because that was as close to people as I knew. And I had a minor in psychology, which was a big interest. And then I taught high school English for 8 years. After that, I decided to do something different. I got a little tired of the regimen of the daily workday starting at 10 to 8, and I always told people I felt like I had to be Johnny Carson, and I didn't like that. I liked to be a little bit crabby in the morning for a while. So I went to art school, and I majored in interior design and architecture. I got a degree, and then I had my own design firm for 12 years. So making the leap from interior design to business, it may sound like a big leap. It isn't quite as big as you might think. I really have told people that in all three of my careers, I've really been in change management. So I'm really all about how do I get people and ideas and things from here to there. The product is just a little different in teaching interior design or in business. So I got there after getting my MBA at Kellogg School at Northwestern and going on to the company's board. After being on their board for 5 years, I became interested in the long-term success and future of the company in the 21st century. So I wrote a reorganizational plan for the company, and away we went. Logistics and supply chain are a very hot field today and very acceptable for women. You can take courses at junior colleges and learn a little bit about it, or you can go to four-year schools. Many four-year schools have degrees in logistics or supply chain. Penn State, Tennessee, Ohio State, Michigan State are some of those that come to the fore, but there are many schools who offer it today. So I would recommend doing some studying of the business, but the most important way is to just get a job and try it out. I think a woman today could, who is interested in collaboration and working with people, it's a perfect job for them. Another skill that's important is really leadership and operations and making things happen. And women are making better and better leaders all the time, many of them. So this is one of the reasons why I think it's a great field for women. If you decide you want to look for a job in logistics or supply chain, seeing the logistics word or the supply chain word is a good help, but there's a lot more to learn about what the job would be. It could be from running the floor of a warehouse on third shift all the way to doing the analysis and study for important RFPs and important bids. So the range would be huge for someone who would be looking for a job in the field. You could also work for a manufacturer who in our case are our customers. You could work for a third party like ourselves. You could work for a strictly trucking company or a strictly warehousing company, or you could work for a consulting company. There are consultants who specialize in supply chain management, and just like Bain and many of the other well-known consulting companies, so the range of job opportunities is huge today. Managing work-life balance is difficult no matter what you're in my opinion. If you're really good and really passionate, it's never quite the balance that you want. But I do have a lot of freedom because I do some traveling, and if I were to travel to a city to a customer meeting, I would try to see a friend who might be in that city while I'm traveling. And depending upon what your job is, it can depend upon what your hours might be. Some of our employees spend some time working at home, which is very attractive to folks today. But if it's going to be your career, it's going to be your passion. So that means that it's going to grab hold of you and take you where it takes you much of the time. However, I joined a lot of organizations. I belong to women's organizations and many other organizations, so that helps me to be able to get some time off, if you will, and so I can't complain about the balance of my life, even though it's not very balanced. I think that having a strong career is absolutely a worthy trade-off against a traditional married spouse life, because I think today people are working different hours, different times, different careers, different continents, and today it's sort of the speed of technology and life. So I would never ever think of it as a trade-off heading into it. I would pursue both and work to make them both successful. I think the most important thing for a successful woman in business today is really confidence. Confidence about who you are, confidence about what you want, what you think, confidence about the direction that you want to take things in, and I think we have to do a better job of supporting each other and finding mentors and friends and people we can talk to so that we can sort of join arms together in moving things forward. I think that with some of the wonderful women leaders that we have out there today, someone such as Hillary Clinton, who so many people are so proud of and feel so strongly about, and I think that seeing what she has done and what can be done in even a global way should be an inspiration for all women. But I think that confidence and in yourself and in your beliefs, and confidence if you change fields, if you change direction, if you go from here to there, that's just fine. I always just think the most experience you have broadly helps really to make you a better person in whatever job you have. So I think as women, we need to go forward with our heads held high and confidence in whatever field we enter into, because the world is open to women today.